What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Dak Cohen Podcast. I'm your host, Dak Cohen, and today we got a couple things going around in the NBA and NFL. So we're going to start off with one thing from the NBA for today's podcast. Today, the NBA has just fined James Harden $100K for over comments around the 76ers organization. The NBA announced Tuesday that it fined 76ers guard James Harden $100K after his recent comments, which in part referred to franchise president Darnell Moray as a liar. The league last week launched an inquiry into the circumstances around Harden's comments on August 14th and 17th, which the NBA said indicated he would not perform the services called for under his player contract unless traded for another team. The investigation found that his comments stemmed from Harden's belief that the team would not accommodate his trade request. The NBA said in a statement, an interview with Harden was part of the investigation. Harden's comments that he would never be a part of an organization that include Moray played a bigger part in the fine, sources tell. It touched on the league's rules concerning public trade demands. At a publicly stop for his line of Adidas basketball shoes, August 14th in China, Harden called Moray a liar and said he would never be part of an organization that he's part of. On August 17th, Harden replied to a KHOU 11 television reporter in Houston, "I think so," when asked whether his relationship with the 76ers was beyond repair. Said Harden, I've been patient all summer. For me, it's just a focus on what I can control and get ready for the season. Philadelphia informed Harden that it hasn't found a suitable trade, his preferred destination of the LA Clippers, and that expect him to report to the team's training camp in September. Something sources say Harden plans to do. Despite public stipulation, Harden has made no allegations of a previous handshake agreement with the Sixers on a future contract. Harden, who turns 34 this month, exercised his $35.6 million option for the 23-24 season in June, with an expansion that Moray would work with him on finding a trade to the Clippers, sources say. The Sixers and Clippers engaged in numerous conversations but never gained traction on a deal, sources say. Now, moving on to the NFL part of this podcast. Seahawks rookie, I don't think he's a rookie. Nope, he's a rookie. Seahawks rookie receiver Jaxon Smith-Njigba is reportedly have to have wrist surgery. Here's what it says. Seahawks rookie receiver Jaxon Smith-Njigba will have surgery to repair a broken bone in his wrist, but still could be ready for the start of the regular season, sources tell. The Seahawks will determine how long Smith-Njigba will be sidelined based on the results of the surgery, which will be performed on Tuesday in Philadelphia, sources tell. Smith-Njigba suffered the injury during Seattle's preseason game against the Dallas Cowboys on Saturday when he was tackled near the goal line after a highlight reel catch in the second quarter. The Seahawks selected Smith-Njigba with the 20th overall pick in this year's NFL draft, counting on the former Ohio State to bolster an already talented receiver corps that features DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. He has been one of the standouts of training camp, drawing perhaps for his route running and steadiness while continually making plays in practice and worked as a punt returner. The 6-foot Smith-Njigba and 6 receptions for 83 yards over Seattle's first 2 preseason games includes his 48-yard catch Saturday against Dallas. The Seahawks opened their season at home on September 10th against the Los Angeles Rams. Smith-Njigba's wrist is potentially another blow to the Seahawks, who will be already without receiver Dre Eskridge for the first 6 games because of an NFL suspension. Drake Young, who projects to be Seattle's 4th or 5th receiver, has missed time with a groin injury. The Seahawks' other first-round pick this year, cornerback Devin Witherspoon, has been sidelined since August 7th because of a hamstring injury. 5 of Seattle's past 7 first-round picks dating to 2016 have suffered notable injuries in training camp that caused them to miss time, including offensive lineman German Adefel, who back in 2016, running back Rashad Penny in 2018, and LG Collier in 2019. Moving on, way down south to Tampa. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have said that they are going to start Baker Mayfield. Here's what they say. With 1 preseason game to go, Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Todd Bowles named Baker Mayfield the starting quarterback for the 2023 season, filling the very large shoes of Tom Brady. Mayfield, the number 1 pick in the 2018 draft, who has had stints with the Browns, Rams, and Panthers, beat out 2021 second-round pick Kyle Trask. Baker's our starting quarterback. Kyle's our number 2, Bowles said. We love everything Kyle has done and have gone leaps and bounds better than he was in the spring, and he continues to get better, and we're excited about him. But Baker's our guy right now. Experience-wise and just understanding the playbook just a little bit better, but Kyle's on the come-up, but we like both guys. We're where we're at. We're at Baker's 1 and Kyle's 2. Bowles first notified Trask on Tuesday morning, and then Mayfield. Now I just got to lead like I know how, and the real thing is right around the corner, Mayfield said. It's an exciting time. The Bucs are Mayfield's 3rd team since he was traded by the Browns 1 year ago. He lost the starting job with the Panthers in Week 12 and was released. He then signed with the Rams and performed well enough to earn a fresh start in Tampa. But being named the starter in Tampa didn't make things any sweeter for him, as he views this as merely the first step in a long road ahead. No, I expect to be the starter, Mayfield said. I know how talented I am. I know what type of leader I am. Now it's time for the real thing. We're about to have the real games, and everybody's excited here. General Manager John Lynch, Bowles, and offensive coordinator David Charnels all acknowledged that carrying a lengthy quarterback competition so deep into camp would mean fewer reps for the eventual starter, but the Bucs felt it was necessary to give Trask a true opportunity after 2 years behind Brady and Gabbert. Trask showed significant improvement from mandatory minicamp to training camp in his accuracy and fundamentals. His grasp of Cannell's new offense and the direction making, and at one point he was outplaying Mayfield in practice. But Mayfield's experience, having started 69 regular season games, including a 48-37 playoff win over the Pittsburgh Steelers when he was with the Cleveland Browns, prevailed. Mayfield started the first preseason game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trask started the second. The plan is for both to play Saturday night in preseason in the preseason finale against the Baltimore Ravens, with Mayfield expected to play the first half and Trask the second. Third-string quarterback John Wolford's status is up in the air because of a neck injury. He suffered a sprained neck against the Jets in the second preseason game. Bowles said X-rays and MRIs were negative, but Wolford did not have a neck injury last year. Mayfield appeared more in control and had better command of the offense this preseason. In the first preseason game, he completed 8 for 9 passes for 63 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions. All around, he can throw. He's very smart. He understands football very well. He can read defenses. He's very good for the scheme we're using, as is Kyle. I'm not denying that either, Bowles said. Bowles said of Mayfield, but Baker's the guy we're going with right now, and we're comfortable with that. In 2 preseason games, including nearly an entire second preseason game. Because of Wolfhardt's injury, Trask completed 26 of 38 passes for 317 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He also fumbled against the Jets on a sack Saturday night, but it was recovered by tight end Cade Otton. Mayfield praised Trask and Wolfhard and cited a Ben McAdoo quote when describing the quarterback room: "No cannibalism. We need everybody in there to be part of it, and we're pushing for the same goal, to win games," Mayfield said. I've been in that spot that Kyle's in firsthand last year, so it's all about support. You never know when your chance is going to come. You just have to stay ready and be the same guy for your guys every day. Mayfield said he has benefited from the different perspectives Trask and Wolfhard have proven. Kyle's game is much different than mine. He can stand in the pocket and deliver when he wants, Mayfield said, and John just his mental aspects of the game. He can estimate so quickly and play so fast, trying to take certain things from those guys. It's just always great to have just new tools that you can add on and learn from. Mayfield signed with the Bucs this offseason on a 1-year deal worth $4 million, with initiatives that push for it to $8.5 million. The hope is that he can get his career back on track while helping the cash-strapped Bucs avoid a major drop-off after Brady's retirement. Mayfield's financial situation has come to light recently. In a pension he and his wife Emily filed in Texas court last week over the potential misappropriation of $12 million at an Austin investment firm. It is not a lawsuit, but attorneys have requested that the defendants turn over financial records from 2018 to 2023 to see where the money has gone. Of the 6 defendants named in the suit, 2, Camwood Capital Management Group and Camwood Vineyards, were found by Mayfield's father, James Mayfield. His brother Matt also works for the firm. Speaking for the first time since the court filing, Mayfield said, I'll say this, it's been a long time coming for that, Mayfield said. I'm not going to comment on any details, but yeah, I have been dealing with that stuff for years now, so mentally I'm in a much better headspace, so ready to roll. Thank you guys for coming out to this edition of the DatCon podcast. Make sure to follow on Twitter and Instagram. And coming this Saturday, I am having a podcast guest. Their name is Orange Does Not Know. Be sure to ready to listen to the episode on that Monday, August 28th at 9:30 a.m. PST. I think it'll be a good episode, and yeah, thank you guys for coming out to this. Thank you guys for listening again, and I'm your host, Deck Cohen, and I'll see you guys next time for another edition of the Deck Cohen podcast. Your host, Deck Cohen, out.